Hey guys, it's me, Darcy, joined as always by Kris, and welcome to this week's edition of the Unnamed Podcast, once again taking place at night.
Yes.
Because work, am I right?
I know, it sucks, right?
Yeah. No, the worst part about my work is probably driving back through a fucking thunderstorm.
Yeah, see, I was lucky driving here because there was thunder everywhere. I got barely any rain. It was a slight drizzle at best.
Fuck tons of rain.
Oh, yes, there was.
But yeah, so we're back at night. We're both pretty badly sunburned because we spent last weekend out in the sun.
Yeah, a little worse than him.
Yeah, I wore a shirt because I'm not an idiot, and a hat. I wore a hat also.
You're always wearing a hat. Almost always.
But yeah, so we're back and craziness. Kris has been playing a lot of Call of Duty, which is odd for Kris.
I wouldn't say a lot.
You've been playing a lot of Call of Duty.
More than usual.
You've played more than me this month.
Have I?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I haven't played Call of Duty at all this month. You were playing it today.
Hey, hang on. Yeah, hang on. That doesn't count.
You also probably played more than me last month as well, because I finished that season pass in I finished the season pass back in December, so I haven't really been playing.
So you've only really played when I've played?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, I've played more.
I got back into Halo, which is nice. I'm enjoying that.
Yeah.
I have 30 days to finish 30 tiers on a season pass, so I'm like,
We can do those 2 achievements again.
we do have to play some more Halo. Yeah, we do. We have to play more Halo.
Yeah. Didn't we figure out it's not on my account?
Possibly.
Think so.
Can't remember. So I got back into Halo. You've been playing a lot of DMZ.
Yeah.
It is very fun, though it is full of problems. You keep getting bullied.
Shit.
Which is odd. Like, seriously odd. Because, like, I go in, and I know I'm the more cautious of the two of us, and I'm also...
Very true. Well, I was definitely cautious today while I was playing.
But it's like, and I'm also... I prefer to fight at a long distance with high-powered weapons, and you prefer to use bullet hoses.
Yes.
But yeah, I just find it funny because like you like talk like every time you play like, oh yeah, I got killed by this team. Oh yeah, I got killed by this team. And it's like I play and I was like, oh yeah, I was just playing solo and I came out with like a level 3 backpack, level 3 armor plate.
I was like, I can
best
get out.
Gas mask.
No, you're right. I can get out with the best gas mask, level 3 plates, the biggest backpack, and like the other day I actually got about 80,000 in one game.
Nice.
Except I didn't go to a buy station, so I still haven't finished that thing.
Nice.
So because it was near the end and I was getting over to the buy station, I'm like, there's a team there. I'm going that way.
Yep, that's smart. That's always smart.
And
you
then just
take on a team alone.
And then just exfilled because it was like, you know what? There's about 2 minutes left.
But yeah, I just find it so funny because like every time you talk about it, you're like, oh yeah. Yeah, I got hit by a team. I played like 3 games then. I got hit by a team in every one. I'm just like, how?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm like, how are you getting hit by a team?
It's probably half the time because I'm trying to get the bomb mission done. I can get half of it done, but by the time I get to the second part, a team's there trying to do the same thing, and it's like, you bastards.
No, I just find it so fucking funny because like I'll go through and like I went and killed the fucking chemist, which is because I wanted the gun that he drops.
Yeah.
So I went and did that, and that was like me hitting, like I had to hit a lot of highly contested areas because I needed buy stations. I needed high value loot so I could get like gas masks. I needed radiation blocker. I needed revive kits.
Shit, yeah, okay.
And I was just like, so I'm running around there and I never saw another soul. And
Fuck. Like legitimately every time today that I pinged the bomb mission, while I was going through a few houses nearby to get some better loot, find a better gun, that sort of stuff, I'd be like, hey, where's my pen gone? Look at the map, the mission's gone, because another team has completed it.
Oh, that sucks.
So it's like, oh, that's why I keep running into people, because I'm going for a mission that a lot of people are trying to complete.
Yeah. I haven't actually played that much Call of Duty recently, which is crazy. Yeah. I recently, very recently, played Cyberpunk again. Got back into playing some of that.
How's that doing now?
Look, it's not a perfect game, but it's still really enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's one of those games to me that I'm like, people are like, it's broken, don't play it, it's broken. It's like, hold up. Every game we fucking play is broken. I don't care what you say.
Yeah.
Every game we play is broken. Look at Call of Duty. Broken.
Yep.
Look at Overwatch. Broken.
Yep.
Look at any game. There are bugs, there are glitches, there are things. Yes, Cyberpunk has a lot of them.
Yes, and the brief amount I played, I never ran into any of them, but...
Exactly. That was exactly like me and Assassin's Creed Unity.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Unity, I was pissing myself laughing because I was looking at all the bugs that people were getting online. I had none of them. I think the worst thing that ever happened to me in Assassin's Creed Unity was I was in this really intense cutscene, and then there was just some dude chilling in the background, walking around, it was like a movie scene, the hero, the villain, they're having a conversation, and then there's just a guy in the background being like, I know, how did I end up? I shouldn't be here. Quickly, just this door's not working.
No.
Maybe I'll just stand here next to this flower pot. And I was like, that was the worst I ever got. And I was like, the fuck? And people were like, this game's so broken. And I was just like, dude, I never had a problem, and I quite enjoyed the game.
The worst thing I got in any Assassin's Creed was in the first one. It wasn't even bad, it was just funny. Went to assassinate one of the guys on a roof, and all of a sudden I assassinated him, and his feet got stuck in the roof. I'm like,
oh, nice.
What the hell? And he was still standing there. I'm like, I've assassinated you, but the option was still there to assassinate him.
So you just kept stabbing him?
So I just kept assassinating him, and on about the fourth time, he just stretched.
Okay.
He just full on stretched, and then I was like, okay. Stabbed him one more time, and he launched across the map.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just going to have a quick drink because my throat is dry as fuck.
That is fair. You mean like the last podcast?
No.
Worse?
Dude, I've been talking for 5 hours straight today.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been talking a lot. Those tests were shit.
Yep. But yeah, so anyways, my thing with Cyberpunk is, yes, there are glitches. Yes, I've had a few of them. But none of them have been game breaking. I think the worst one was I might have had to restart the game.
Yeah. It's like me playing Darksiders 2, the Definitive Edition. I had a game-breaking bug.
Oh, fuck.
Because the combo I used, which was what I found to be the combo that did the most damage, if you used the combo 3 times in a row, the game would crash.
Oh, fuck.
Yep. And I didn't figure it out straight away until I was actually in a boss fight.
Nice.
And then I noticed, hang on, I was doing that move, and then I went in and did that combo 3 times straight off the bat. I'm like, oh, yep. Shit. I am now fighting
really
Absalom on definitive mode, and I have to figure out a new combo that does a decent amount of damage while doing the fight.
Have you just tried whacking him?
Yeah, I did try that, but I needed the combo to do extra damage because it was definitive mode.
Yeah, but have you just tried whacking him?
I did. That's the whole thing that you do.
But yeah, no. So yeah, my whole thing with Cyberpunk is I've been back. I'm playing Cyberpunk, doing a few missions because for all of its bugs, it's actually a really fun game. And if you're into that type of game, I definitely suggest playing it because it's give it a fucking go. They've done a lot of stuff that's made it a lot they've changed it quite a bit since I last played, and I was just jump back into the game, playing the game, and I'm just this game has it has its problems. All games do.
Yeah.
But it's just got some really good things going on in it.
True.
And it's just
the little bit that I did play was interesting.
And it's like, it's got some really fun stuff. It's got some really cool, fucking Keanu Reeves is great in it.
I haven't actually seen Keanu in it yet.
Yeah, it's because you got to get to a certain point in the story. But it's
I'm aware.
It's a really good, it's not a good game. It's definitely got its bugs, but it's a really fun game. And as I always say, when it comes to playing games, I choose fun over infallible every time. There's a lot of games I play that are like, oh, this game is bad. It's a bad game, and it's like, yes, it is a bad game. It has a lot of stuff bad about it, but it's fucking fun. And if it's fun, I'm gonna fucking play it because it's fun. So yeah,
Really need to finish Biomutant.
yeah, I need to play Biomutant. I have not started yet.
And some of the comments in there are just gold.
But so there's that. I jumped back on a Halo the other night, and I was like, I wonder how long this season pass has until it runs out. And I was like 30, and I'm like, if I can hit one level a day, I'm good. And then I jumped on to because if anyone's played Halo, you'll know it's a season pass, and it's got a weekly challenge thing.
Yeah.
And the weekly challenge was 1 day left, and I was like, okay, let's have a look at this weekly challenge. And it was 10 missions you've got to do. And I was like, can I get 10 missions in 1 day? I think I got very close.
Oh.
I either finished it on Tuesday night, which I can't remember if I did,
Yeah.
or with 13 hours left, I had 2 to go, and I just kind of slipped my mind.
Oh.
But I was just
Oh,
I got what I wanted, so that's all that
Okay,
matters.
that's
But
fair.
I was just yeah, we'll give it a go. See if we can do this.
As well.
And of course, because I do enjoy Halo. Halo was my first person shooter that I was like, yes. I just fucking jumped into that. I was just like, fuck go, and yeah, I love it. I fucking love Halo, and I love Halo Infinite.
I mean, it was definitely the first one I played as well, but I never had an Xbox to play it on, so I only played with my uncle.
But yeah, so I was just Halo Infinite again is a game that has its flaws, but it's also a really fun game. The campaign is great.
Yeah. Did they ever bring out the multiplayer campaign, or did they scrap that?
I don't know. I'd have to look into that.
Yeah.
But the campaign is I really enjoyed the campaign, and the fucking grappling hook is great fun.
Yeah, that's right. It does.
Especially for stealing vehicles.
Stealing vehicles.
Yeah. You grapple into a vehicle and you hijack it.
Oh.
So instead of having to stand there and kind of wait until they're almost about to hit you and hope that your button presses faster and is in that brief period of time where it's press X to jump on. No, you got squished. You can just grapple straight onto a vehicle.
That's pretty good.
But yeah, I really enjoyed Infinite's campaign, and then the multiplayer. I was someone who completely dropped off multiplayer in Halo 5 and was like, no. Came back to it and was playing Master Chief Collection when that came out on PS because I was playing with friends.
In PC?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I didn't think you meant PS.
Yes. Yeah, when it came out on PC, jumped back into it with my friends. Because that was good fun.
Yeah.
Then started playing Infinite with them because I'd already been playing Infinite for a while. I'd been playing Infinite since the day it was released, and then when they got it on the PC, they were like, "Okay, we'll give it a go." And I was just like, "Yep, okay, rightio. I'll carry you guys." That's what I do.
Yeah.
Reminds us of the old college days when we used to do the LAN parties, and we're like, "Okay, who's on Darcy's team? Can we all be on Darcy's team?" No.
No, there's not
like,
enough spots.
But he gets 32 kills and 1 death, and it's like, yes, I'm good at Halo.
Yes.
But
love those games, just being able to show off to everyone.
Dude, one of those games was the best thing, because 3 of them came blasting over this hill in a warthog, and my team's all like, "Oh shit, hi," and they're shooting at it because they got the fucking big gun going off, and I'm just standing there with my fucking assault rifle. I'm just like, duke, 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 move, duke, 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 move, throw a grenade, duke, 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 and they're like, get him, and as we're spinning around, I'm like, and that's exactly what I wanted to pick up, because I stepped right where the rocket launcher spawns, picks it up, walk out, boom, and I was just like,
perfect.
That's how we do things.
Yo.
Fuck
yeah.
Triple kill. But yeah, so that was So I love Halo. So yeah, I think the only reason I stopped playing it was because I was just like, I actually can't even remember. I think I was just kind of like, oh yeah, I'll play Call of Duty, and I was playing Call of Duty a bit, and it seems stupid, but like, it's really detrimental for you playing a first-person shooter to jump from first-person shooters to a different first-person shooter, because it's like they're all different, and it's like Call of Duty headshots, Halo. Fucking doesn't matter if you headshot them unless you've got a sniper rifle. So you go and like bang, 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 bang. Let's just put hits on them until I can hit them until their shields are down, and then I start aiming.
Makes sense.
And like the other thing is with Halo is that you do not get in like a lot of other first-person shooters is kind of bullet volleys, where it's like you go bang, 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 bang. And the other person goes bang, 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 and you both kind of watch the bullets, and like one bullet hits you, and you're like, okay, they hit me once, and then you just shoot again. You're like, I hit them twice, and they're like, boom, and you just try and you're standing on opposite sides of the map, just lobbing bullets at each other to try and like no one's closing the distance. No one's just like
seems fair, yeah.
And then it's like, okay, now we're closing the distance, and then when you close the distance, it becomes just like a melee free for all.
I do love those. I used to, like, the way I used to actually do, it was only ever, like, couch co-op that I did this, but I'd be playing with either my brother or another friend, and then I'd just turn around, or one of us would turn around and be like, okay, knife war.
Yep.
You were the biggest dick if you actually grabbed your gun. It's, no, knifing only.
But that is
it was great fun.
It's like where Halo differs from like all our first person shooters though, because it's like whilst the melee is strong,
yeah,
in most first person shooters a melee is an insta kill.
Yes.
And it's like because the gun is better. But in Halo when you're close, melee's better. Because your gun's only gonna do so much damage to their shield, whereas hitting them it's gonna take a lot bigger damage.
Yeah.
But if you can get behind them and hit them once in the back, they're dead.
Fair.
So Halos, whenever you're playing Halo online and two people, you're getting close, you get to like 2 meters away from each other and all the gun fighting stops. And it's just two people going and like jumping at each other because you try and jump to get behind him to hit him, and then when you're in the air he like spins so that you can't get his back, and so you're like, it is the craziest fucking most confusing thing because you're like, he's jumped. Shit, where'd he go? Make sure he doesn't get behind me. Back against the wall. Quick, there he is. Move in. Hit. Wow. And then you like quickly get back because And so like when you get into a fist fight in Halo, it is hectic.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
And it's like and it's crazy because like it's the only game where it's like once you have hit a certain distance, like everyone stops shooting because it's just like no, quickly, use something else. Unless they've got a motherfucking shotgun or a sword. But
fair.
But they rarely have a shotgun or a sword. And if they have a shotgun and a sword and you've let them get that close to you, the fuck are you playing, man?
Yeah, that's fair. Unless they've hidden the fact that they have a shotgun and a sword, or a sword.
It's very hard to do. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay, fair.
Once you've played enough Halo, you start to notice like when they've got a sword hanging from their belt, or if what's on their back is a shotgun.
Oh, true, yeah.
You don't miss that. It's like you don't miss the fucking spanker. And you're just like,
launcher.
I
haven't actually played multiplayer, so I didn't know how the system worked, whether it was the pull the weapon out of the arse, wherever the fuck that came from.
You can see the two weapons they carry.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
Especially if you play with a sniper. If you don't see that shit, you're an idiot.
Halo is one of the few games I don't play as a sniper.
Okay.
Because you've got 4 shots.
Oh.
And it's very hard to get really good headshots, like reliable headshots in Halo.
Okay. Fair.
So you're much better off if you want to play a long range game. You're better off with like a battle rifle.
Okay. Yeah.
Or if you're a particularly crazy bastard, what you do is you play with an assault rifle and use like super trigger control and just like bang, bang, bang. Because like some of the craziest shit you see in Halo is like people putting marksman shots with the assault rifle, because most people get it and just like, this thing is the one where you hold down the trigger and it'll fire all of its bullets.
Yeah.
So people do that. They're like, oh no, I'm getting close. But the problem is, of course, it gets way less accurate the more you hold it down.
Seal.
So it's like you'll be running towards someone, they'll be like, and bullets flying everywhere, and you're just like, dook, 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 and you're just like constantly hitting them in the head. And then they die, and they're like, but I shot you first, I started shooting first. And it's like, yes, but I made sure all of my bullets hit you.
Yeah, it's like what I do in DMZ. I might be using an LMG and 100 meters away, like in the video that you put up. So, okay, I got this, and I just popped him in the head.
True.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you were incredibly loud.
That's the fun of it.
No.
Plus, I also wasn't using the one that is very... It's behind you.
Oh, it's behind me. I forgot I put it on to charge. The other thing that I like find super crazy is like, because I was playing another game that I haven't played in a while. I've been playing cricket, okay? I've been playing a cricket game because I enjoy it. It's good fun. But I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to think of the game I was playing the other day that I haven't played in a while. And I can't. It's completely gone. I've just been in a mood to play old games, and I'm in a real mood to play Kingdoms of Amalur.
No, I
Reckoning.
I actually don't even think I've seen it.
It's a game. It's a fantasy role playing game.
No.
Oh, my sunburn. I played it when it first came out on the Xbox 360, and like I was like, "Is it a Skyrim?" No, it's not. It's not a Skyrim.
Fair.
I think it's more charming than a Skyrim.
Okay, yeah.
It feels a little bit more rooted in like classic RPGs than Skyrim, which is kind of like Skyrim's kind of like, hey, do what you want, whereas this one's kind of like, hey, do what you want, but like you choose classes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which make you more efficient in certain things, and you can level up class skills and stuff. So, but yeah, so I've been playing some of that. It's very good. If you haven't played it, give it a go, especially with the remaster that came out recently.
Oh.
I say recently, like 2 years ago. But the remaster came out, so it has all the DLC and stuff that was ever released for it in it. Really
For a
fun.
cheaper price?
Yes.
Fucking.
Really good fun. What are you complaining about? You get everything that I own.
I mean, it's true. I do have everything going, but there has been times I've bought games.
Yeah, so and I was gonna play
Actually,
that the other
I
day.
don't buy everything on PC, except for 2 games at this point.
So I was playing that the other day, and I was just like, oh yeah, this is fun. And it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was saying now.
I don't even know what I'm trying to.
I've just been in a mood to play because the thing with Kingdom of Amalur is like as you get more powerful, you do become like god tier because you get way better weapons, you get like legendary weapons, and all that shit. And unlike Skyrim, when you get a legendary weapon, it's actually legendary.
Yeah.
Nothing pisses me off more than like Skyrim's thing where it's like, oh yeah, if you do this quest when you're super low leveled, this god tier item that's supposed to be like a one of a kind thing is really fucking weak.
Yeah, because you got it when you're a lower level. I fucking hate that too.
Yeah, it's gay.
I can say recently I haven't been on a point of doing or playing games that are very story based.
No, I was after a story based game the other day.
Like, don't get me
I
wrong.
think that's how I ended up playing.
Like a year to year and a half ago, I was like dead set. I want story based games. I want to play a story based game, and I was playing them, but then I just sort of stopped.
Well, I still have to play Last of Us 2, but I'm just like I'm kind of sitting there going like,
I still have to
that's
play,
a commitment.
I still have to play The Last of Us.
Yeah, I know. I still have to finish.
I started.
Not Forbidden West. Zero Dawn.
I don't even have Zero Dawn.
Yeah,
I have Forbidden West.
I have to finish Zero Dawn, but again, that's one of those games where it's like, this is a slog.
Yeah, yeah.
And like, yeah, so, and as I said, like, I'm playing Persona 5 again, but I'm playing it on my Switch.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't have my god tier stuff, which is like, fly through every dungeon at like, so it's like...
At the speed of sound. Use Sonic in that game?
You get, like, so it gives you so much time to do each dungeon.
Yeah.
And it's like, the thing is like, if you're good and you're playing on like a level, like a medium level, even with like your first run through, you can probably get through in about two entries. So 3 entries because you go 1, 2, and then you do the final entry.
Okay, fair.
Pretty fair. If you're playing New Game Plus and you've got, you know, the best personas and you've got one with the right skills.
Yeah.
When I say the right skills, it's like a few of them have this skill that allows you to, after every battle, regain all health and SP, so you don't have to worry about that drain.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can do that, you can fly through an entire dungeon in about 20 minutes.
Fuck.
Because everything you come up, you're just like, weakness.
It's very different from the last story-based game I played. It was a dungeon, which was Final Fantasy 15, and it was initially going into dungeons like you can't save in dungeons, and then you get to the later dungeons and they're like, we've put campfires in there because we realised you're fucked if you can't save. It was one of those dungeons. Took me 4 hours.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh yeah, no, and that wasn't even the longest one. That was like the 4th longest.
But yeah,
Fuck.
So like, yeah, you can absolutely fly through them, but it's still really funny because like the first time you play, you're supposed to be like, you're not supposed to have all the skills, so you don't know what every enemy's weakness is, you don't know this, you don't know that, blah blah, all of that stuff. So it's like when your team joins you, it's like when a new team member joins you, it's like they're generally giving you what the monster you're currently fighting his weakness is.
That makes sense, yeah.
But when you're on New Game Plus, you're like, they're like, okay, I'm joining you, and they join your party, and you're like, hold on, I have the most powerful persona that's in this game, and yeah, don't worry, guys, I got this. It's like, I don't need to worry about weakness. I've got some almighty attacks that just like fucking wreck everything.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny because like, they're like, yeah, I'm joining the fight, and you're like, they're like, yeah, we need you to join the fight, and then it's just like, back in the fight, it's like, yeah, I don't worry, guys, I got this. Like, one shot, boom,
dead.
Pretty much.
It's like what Nick sent me a video. He's been playing a Marvel game on his phone.
Okay.
I just can't remember. Strike Force, I think it is.
Right.
He didn't realise that the other teams, like one character on the other teams, was 3 times his level.
Oh, yeah.
He got 1 hit in and did decent damage to one of the characters. Then the Moon Knight on the other team. 1 attack wiped out his entire team.
Yeah,
In one go. It was just...
And that's like when you come up against Darcy in Persona 5 with Sataniel. But yeah. No, so yeah, I've been playing that. I've been playing Fire Emblem again.
Yeah.
Because I'm still running through that because I'm
playing that for a while though.
Yeah, I'm on my second playthrough of that, but this time I've learned a lot of things, like the fact that you can just power level. So
yeah, I think you mentioned that.
Yeah, so like on like the days where you choose to battle, it's like you've got 2 actions you can use. At least I currently have 2 actions you can use. But then there's like a fight that doesn't use up any actions, so you can just keep doing that one over and over again. And I think I've been doing like one day for like over 30 hours now, because I'm like just leveling up everyone's weapons to like level A.
Okay, yep, that's
so
fucking hell.
And like mastering all the classes that they've currently unlocked. So so I'm just like I'm like just making my team super powerful.
Yeah, that's one way to do it.
Yeah,
I don't think I'd have that commitment.
Yeah. And then I was playing Arceus, but it's a Pokemon game, so I'm kind of on off with that.
Arceus I've always been on off with.
No, see, that's just how I am with Pokemon. If there's a Pokemon game that was probably going to keep me, it would be Arceus.
That's fair. Because I do like the concept on Arceus. It's just I don't know why I just keep dropping it. I pick it back up and then I just drop it again.
Yeah, but on off with it. But as I said, that's the Pokemon game that's probably had me the most into it.
Yeah.
In terms of things, it's just that Pokemon games I'm on and off, because there comes a point where
it just
the grind becomes too much.
No, I'm definitely at a
and it's like when you're at the point where it's like, okay, so to finish this Pokedex entry, I need to catch 25 of these motherfuckers.
Yeah, no, it's like in Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet. I've seen 400. I have to get 8 more to complete the Pokédex.
Yeah.
And that's not even saying that if they actually add the national dex, which they may do once they open Poke Home, but
you know what they're more than likely to do? DLC.
Which they may do. They did start doing that in Sword and Shield.
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what else am I? Yeah. But other than that, like I've actually been watching TV recently. When I say TV, Amazon, which is odd because usually I just watch YouTube.
Yes. No, I mean you watched Amazon quite a bit.
Oh, I watched.
I need to watch like Top Gear and that as well.
I watched on Amazon. I watched Smallville and The Grand Tour.
Yes.
That was it. Was Top Gear on Amazon? I can't remember. Top Gear was on something, and I was watching Top Gear, and then I was like, The Grand Tour. But yeah, so what was I watching? I'm trying to remember what I was watching Top Gear on. It might have been Amazon. I might have been watching Top Gear on Amazon.
I don't know.
It sounds like it was Amazon. It feels like it was Amazon.
I think so.
That's what it feels like. I was going to never lock my chair, which I just realised. Then I went to watching The Grand Tour because The Grand Tour is hilarious and Top Gear became shit.
Yes, it did. Really fucking did.
And then I was watching more of The Grand Tour. Then I was like, you know what I haven't watched in a while? Smallville. So I went and watched Smallville. And then I was just not using Amazon anymore. And then something happened and I can't remember what it was. And Invincible came up on my radar and I was like, I'm going to watch that. So,
it took ages to get on your radar.
Yeah, I know.
Like that was a really long time.
Yeah, it was. But then I watched it. And now I'm really looking forward to season 2.
Yeah.
And then you suggested I watch Vox Machina, which I did, and I'm enjoying that.
Oh, it's a good one.
So, but I've got to wait till Friday.
Yeah.
So that the next 3 episodes come out, which is a real pain in the ass on how they do things.
Well, they're releasing 3 at a time. Why?
I don't know.
I mean, I can't complain. I'm used to anime where it's 1 at a time, once a week, but...
Yeah, but like... My problem is, right, if you've got a TV channel where you need to bring the viewers back every week,
Yeah.
please come back and watch again. We need your viewership. That's when you go like, we release a new show every week. So, if you've got a subscription channel, like let's say Amazon Prime, where to watch the stuff you've already got to pay for it, I don't understand why you would release it 3 episodes
or 1 episode at a time. Like Netflix does it all the time. 1 episode a week.
Yeah.
I understand with anime because it's like...
Like the thing is, people are already paying you for this. People are already paying you for this. What do you gain from holding it out? And like my own thought is, we get watch parties, which is great for getting people to get back on and keep their subscriptions live. But I don't know about the rest of you, but for me personally, it's kind of like, once you've bought a subscription to something, unless you really hit that point where you're like, holy shit, I'm still paying for this and I never use it, time to get rid of that. You're just like, yeah, I use this like once every month. I'll keep it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I use this once every 3 months. It would be a pain in the ass for me to delete it because I still want to watch that one show that I watch. Or occasionally I'll be lying there and be like, I want to watch a movie. I'll jump on Netflix and watch a movie. Like that's my attitude towards streaming services, and I might be alone there. I might not be. That might be how everyone feels. But for me,
I'm very much on the same.
For me, it's just like once I've paid for it, I'm like, do I use it every day?
No.
But do I use it enough that not having it would be an inconvenience? Yes. So therefore,
it stays.
I just don't get rid of it. But yeah, I just don't see where the fucking advantage comes for when you have the ability to drop an entire season on people and be like, boom, there you go, here's the season, watch it good. Tell your friends about it, get them to come and watch it, Why you'd be like, here's an episode. Yeah, come tell your friends. Because it's like, I just find it a big kick in the balls, really, when you're like sitting there and you're like getting really into a show, and then they're like, it stops, and you're like, oh, it's at the end of the season? It's like, no, that's just all the episodes. You gotta wait another 3 days before the next one comes out, and you're like, why? But I'm also like, very bold choice, because will I care about it in 3 days?
Yeah, true.
Will I actually give a fuck in 3 days? Because I'm on this roll right now. I'm like, gotta watch, gotta consume.
Yeah.
In 3 days' time, I might not give a fuck anymore. And you've lost viewership.
It's like, the only reason I'm fine with that is, as I said, anime. Because it only, they're not even a week ahead. No. They literally release it and then it's out on everything, and it's now they start working on the next episode.
It's a very bad system,
especially when they got hacked a couple months ago. So One Piece there was no One Piece for about 3 weeks to a month, something like that, because they got hacked and all of their data got corrupted, so they had to redo it.
They don't have a backup?
No, they didn't. They fucking didn't.
That's crazy.
I don't know what happened.
Actually,
there.
I think it's a new One Piece game.
Yeah?
I think I'm going to play that.
Which one's that one again?
Fuck if I remember its name. That's the new one that came out a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, the one we were looking at. That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
It'll probably pop up when we open Steam.
No, but, yeah. I'm just kind of like, I got into a real role watching that stuff, and I was just like, okay, yeah. You've managed to pull me from YouTube, which is something that does not happen very often, because I'm a dude, I love facts. Dudes love facts.
Yeah.
Are you a dude?
Are you a dude? Leave it in the comments.
Fuck, I watch so much of Whistle Boys shit.
You do.
It's because it's interesting.
Oh,
it's
it is.
entertaining. It's fucking... And that's the thing which is why TV shows don't really hold my interest, because it's like the Grand Tour always does, because it's the Grand Tour. I know what I'm getting into. Kris is dying.
No, I'm not dying. Just
Kris is dying. You're gonna hear some Darth Vader shit in a second.
some Darth Vader shit.
Dude, it was like on Saturday when I was like to Jono, hey, are you some Jesus-looking motherfucker? And he's like, yes.
It was not a... It wasn't a Jesus-looking... It was a Jamaican-looking motherfucker.
He was just... Well, he had long hair with his... that Vader ass. Biscuit, eh? You're gonna choke on that.
I ain't gonna choke on it.
You gotta choke it on when you started laughing when I was...
Oh yeah, fuck off. Fuck off.
No, okay, so we're playing Guess Who.
No.
Pretty much.
Well, you don't want to say it?
No.
Fair.
It is one of the few words you cannot get away with on YouTube.
Yet we've used it a whole bunch of times.
Yeah, but we usually use it, just like when we're fucking sitting there just going like, right, and then it comes out.
Oh, yeah, okay,
so it's like, wait, did that word did they just say what I think? I can't tell because it was that.
Yeah, no, fair. Whereas this one's just outright going to say it.
Yeah. So we're playing a very interesting form of Guess Who, but it is just Guess Who.
Yes, it is.
And like literally one of the characters looks exactly like Jesus, and I'm like playing against my buddy. I've got 3 options up, and I'm just like, are you some Jesus-looking motherfucker? And he goes, yes. Bang, bang. And then everyone's like, no, you're not. And he's like, no, look at him. He's got long hair.
I walk around the table, I'm like, it's a Jamaican-looking motherfucker. What you on about? Fucking hell.
And we're just like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah, he's got long hair. It's like, no, there is literally a character in this game that is Jesus. And it's like, nah. We're like, fuck you.
It's like legitimately, it's like, yeah, he's got long hair. He's got fucking dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Oh, fuck, that was hilarious. That was stupid.
Oh, it was, but it was hilarious.
But yeah, I was
it was so much fun.
When you say, are you Jesus? And they go, yes. And you're like, okay, you're Jesus. No, I'm not. The fuck? I literally asked.
So you this person? No, that was the only one I had left.
Yeah, that's because of our own rules. That was our own fault.
Oh yeah, there were games we could not finish because you'd put everything down because we decided you cannot say a feature, so you can't go like, oh, are they bald? Are they showing their teeth? No, it had to be shit like, are they a Jesus-looking motherfucker? Or does it
That's not even true, because it could be like, hey, do they have a cheesy grin?
I mean, you could, but it'd still be kind of basic on that one. Look, we were going with stuff, it's like, do they look like a bogan?
True.
Do they look like they're poor as shit?
But how did that work out for you? Do they look like a murderer? Yeah, this guy looks like a murderer. No, he doesn't.
Yeah, it's like, you had... And it was all based on the judgment of the other person.
I agree with shit like you can't be like, are you blonde? Do you have red hair? But like being, as long as you spice it up, being like, are you a Barbie doll bitch?
Yeah.
You know, are you a ranger?
Because that's asking more than just blonde. Yeah.
Are you a ranger? It's like, but that's just hair color. It's like, yes, but it's
a bit more to it.
That's actually asking, do you have a soul?
Yeah, no, that's it. That is it.
No, but fuck me, man.
It was good, but there was about 6 games where it was just like, well, this has ended because I have no idea at this point.
Yeah, you guys sucked. Like, I remember because I had a game where I put down the last one and went, no, and I just flicked up one and went, yeah, that's the one he is. Got it right.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fair. But it turns out like some of them were like in the second set of questioning is when we put down their character.
It was very funny to watch a lot of the time because
It
it was stupid, and like it turns out a lot of people disagree on what people look like.
Yes, yeah,
But,
very much so.
Yeah, no, I just
And this all started because I saw that video. It was like, does your character look like they work at Subway? And there was one.
Yeah. But no, I was just that Jono one just keeps getting me all the time because like
gold.
I literally asked.
You know, he does deserve that trophy. After that, he deserves that trophy.
When you literally ask, "Are you Jesus?" and he's like, "Yes," and then we got him. And you don't look like Jesus. No, but he's got long hair. Jono, do you know what Jesus looks like? This guy here, he's Jesus. Look at him. He's fucking Jesus.
Oh man, I mean, he looked high as a kite, but Jesus.
He was some Jesus looking motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, getting back to the point. Yeah, look, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to fall off Vox Machina right now because it's like 2 days from
the next set. I'm still going to watch.
However, that might be enough. Because I'll probably watch them Friday. Like, I'll get home Friday night after doing tutoring, sit down,
watch them, and that's going to be the end of it.
And then it's going to be like, okay, now I have to wait an entire week for the next 3 episodes because they were fucking like, okay, even if they were hour-long episodes, that's 3 hours.
But I did work.
I have way more than 3 hours a week.
I'm glad they've changed how they do it with anime because they used to do it. It's like releasing the English dub. They'd release 12 episodes at a time, which means if you watched it all on day one, you had to wait 3 months. Then you could watch the dub again.
Yeah, I don't.
Whereas now they do it. It's about 4 episodes behind, but they release 1 a week now. So it's like this. Okay, that's better.
And you know that's how I like to watch my anime because I don't have time to read. I'm a very busy man. I don't know. That's not true. I just whenever I the crazy thing is like when it comes to sub versus dub, I'm like I prefer it in dub because that is the language that I speak.
Yeah.
So I can just listen to it like any media. I don't have to sit there and be like, picture, read, picture, read, picture, read, picture, read. Yeah. Which is a great way to miss things that are going on in the pictures because you're like, hold on, I'm reading what this is saying.
See, the thing is, I've gotten to a point where I'm honestly just reading out of my peripheral vision, so I'm still paying attention to everything that's happening.
And here's the big thing, though.
That you can miss what they're saying.
Here's the big thing, though, right?
Yeah.
As someone who sat here with me while I watched it, I'm never just doing one thing.
Oh no, I'm aware.
In fact, I believe if you've walked in on times where it's been like game, YouTube.
yeah, no, I have.
Like, hold on, I'm busy. Use my phone.
I'm using my phone.
Hold on, give me a second. I got shit to do. No, I'm like that. I literally am like, if I've got time to sit down and watch a TV show, that's time wasted. If I'm not doing 2 things at once, I'm wasting time.
I do the same thing. I do a minimum of 2 things at once.
Even now, like, we're recording this.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about playing video games.
Because we've been talking about video games.
I'm already planning it out. I'm planning out everything I'm going to do later because I feel like I'm wasting time right now. Because it's like I'm doing one thing, and that one thing is recording a video. I also have a conversation with you. Okay, let's do. We got 2 things.
We got 2 things. So
Everything's cleaned up.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's who I am. I'm just like, no. I can't do one thing. So like for someone to be like, no, to enjoy anime properly, you've got to watch the sub, and it's like, I will never watch your subs.
No.
Unless it's an anime I really
because the
want
thing
to
is,
watch,
people turn around and it's like,
come out in dub, then I'll have the sub. But even then, it's like, I know I'm not gonna get time to watch that.
Because the argument people give for like sub over dub is like subs like, oh yeah, but that's exactly what they're saying. They're not changing anything they're saying. It's like, yeah, but that depends on who's translating it.
Yeah, see, there's always that issue. It's like, that's exactly what they're saying. Yeah, remember that we have a language that has like so many different words that mean the same word.
Yeah, just a slight variation of that word.
And when that gets translated, sometimes those words get lost.
Yeah, because it's legitimately... And like, I guess they do watch it at the same time and go, look, this one probably fits here better, but it's still that thing.
Here's what I've always said is my argument against it, right? And it's as simple as this. When they translate it to English and they record it for voice artists, they generally make colloquial changes. Sometimes it makes no sense, like when Ash called a rice ball a donut.
Yeah, no, that was something.
Like, that's a weird one, because it was still the rice ball. Why not just call it a rice ball?
Why don't, like...
Are we afraid of rice balls?
So why didn't they just give it the actual name? Because it's not even a ball shape. Yes. Like, why don't... just give it an actual name, because... unless you're actually going to go through and do what they did with Sanji for the 4Kids version of One Piece, which was change his smoke to a fucking lollipop.
That didn't make sense.
However, I do like what they did in Gintama. When he's, like, up in front of a class and they're like, why are you smoking in your class? You can't smoke in class. I'm like, I'm not smoking. This is a lollipop. So I'm just licking it so fast that the smoke coming off the end is like, it's clearly a smoke. Pulls this massive ass lollipop out of his mouth, puts it back in, starts licking it, and smokes up again. It's a great... I love that one just because it's a parody anime.
Yeah,
it's great.
Gundam's pretty good.
Yeah,
I think I watched like the first episode of that. But
did I show you the episode where they talk about filler episodes?
No.
It's literally a filler episode talking about filler episodes.
Yeah, but like, when it comes down to it, it's like I think the dubs do a really good job if you want to watch a show, because a lot of the time when it makes sense, like as I said, the rice ball thing and the donut didn't make sense.
No.
But when it makes sense, they change the idiom used.
Yes.
And sometimes that's for the best, because whilst some things may be common in Japan, doesn't make them common in the West.
It's true.
So it's kind of like Ghost Stories. Ghost Stories is the best example.
Yeah.
Because they make a lot of pop culture references that wouldn't make sense in Japan.
True.
But when they dub it, it's in English, and the whole thing of that being like a stupid comedy is like, that's fine.
Yeah.
Because like, at one point they talk about a cop dropping donuts, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure in Japan they don't associate cops with donuts.
No.
I'm pretty sure that's a Western thing.
Fairly certain, yeah.
So, when it comes to the dub, sometimes I'm like, I do like the fact that they do change some of the things up, so we're not getting Japanese pop culture references, and we're instead getting the American, European, Western ones that we would know, because that makes it easier for us to understand it.
It's very true, yeah.
And in the end of the day, like, it doesn't matter if you prefer sub or dub. Watch it in the way that you fucking prefer to consume it. And if you're anything like me and you're like, I don't sit down and just watch anime, I've got to be doing other things as well.
Whereas I do, but I'm still doing other things anyway. It's just I listen out for things, so I watch most of an episode.
Exactly.
Unless it's like a full-on, like, and you'd probably do the same thing, and it's unless there's actually something big happening, you're paying attention to something else.
Yeah. Generally.
Yeah.
Like, I think the only time, like, even with, like, Invincible and Vox Machina, like, the only time I, like, actually sit here and watch them is when you're here. Normally I'll just be like, okay, that's on, and game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got shit to do.
Ah, that's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, so, like, yeah. I just kind of go, like, see, I hate it. I hate people like, but the sub is the purest way to watch it. It's like, go fuck yourself. Come here. I'll shove my fist down your throat.
Yeah.
Because everything you've just said makes me believe I could fucking beat you in a fight. Oh no, my drink.
Oh no. Did you knock it over?
It's got a lid on it.
Oh, that's plus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, my throat is so dry.
Again, I could have sworn we had this issue last time. Well, I know I went through a full bottle of water.
Yeah, well.
And it didn't help.
But yeah, so I actually haven't watched any recent anime recently. Like the animes that I've been watching are Full Metal Panic for Mofu.
Yeah.
Ghost Stories.
Yeah.
Ghost in the Shell.
Okay.
Standalone Complex. That's a very specific one.
Yeah.
Um,
What have I been watching?
and that's about it really, because I've just been. They're the ones I just put on when I go to bed.
I did actually start the
And
new...
then I watch YouTube as well.
I did start the new Trigun.
Oh.
Just
I
to have...
started on the new.
Just
Trigun.
have a look. It's not bad. They don't follow the exact same story.
It's blasphemy.
So, I don't have too much of an issue with it. Like, it seems like Vash still has the same mindset and everything like that, so they haven't changed his...
As I said, it's a slippery slope because
yeah.
like Trigun is a classic.
Yeah.
And it's really good. Like the old one, yeah, okay, it doesn't look... Its looks don't hold up to what modern anime looks like, but its story is great. Everything about it is really, really good. And the character design is fucking classic.
Yes.
And fits the aesthetic of the world, which is space Old West.
Yeah, there is that bit of an issue because he's the only one that sort of...
Oh, fuck. Don't say that.
that he stands out.
Don't say that.
Yeah, well, he does stand out.
Because he
a
did
little.
stand out in the original one.
Yeah.
He was a giant with the red fucking duster coat. And
He wasn't a giant.
he was taller than most people.
He was taller than the average, but I wouldn't call him giant.
Okay, well, he was a tall man with giant blonde hair and a big red coat.
And the orange glasses.
Yeah. So
Well, they kept the glasses aspect. They're not as big, but they did keep the glasses aspect.
So he didn't... His old ones weren't big.
They're definitely bigger than the new ones.
His glasses are just round glasses the same as his face. But as I said, this is a slippery slope because that is a classic anime. As I said, the animation doesn't hold up today against what you'd normally see.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't, but this like everything fits.
I mean, they're definitely bigger than the new ones.
They're like Ozzy Osbourne, motherfucking guys.
I mean, they are, but if like
Not that big.
if they
They're not like fucking do.
oh no, sorry, no, they are the same size. I must have just seen a scene where they were sitting in a different angle, made them look smaller.
Anyway, my point is like it's a slippery slope because like, will they do a great job? They're probably not going to do a bad job. However,
It seems alright so far.
this starts opening up.
His brother is in it a lot sooner though, because he's already in it.
I'm not sure how I feel about that
Yeah.
because it's kind of the whole point is you don't know what's really going on.
Yeah.
You're like you hear about Vash the Stampede and all this stuff, and you're going like, hang on, wait, why do all the stories not match who he is? And because he's this goofy,
Yeah.
kind of like he puts on like the world's goofiest act and all this kind of crap.
Well, he sort of does in this one as well, and it's the same sort of situation. The bounty is lower. It's $6 million double dollars,
But he's a $60 million double-dollar man.
$60 billion double-dollar man.
Yeah, you're right. It is
$60 billion in the original. That's $6 million in this one. It's like, what? Huh?
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, so my problem with it is, first of all, I don't think Trigun needs a remake. If you were going to do something new, I think you should do a movie.
Well, let's face it. I started watching the old Trigun again.
Yeah. I think you should do a movie like the movie they did, where it was newer.
Yeah.
But keep it the same.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Just because it's a classic. It's a classic. And what worries me is the fact that we've seen exactly the same thing happening here. Do you remember a little movie called RoboCop?
Yes.
Do you remember the one that came out quite recently?
Yeah.
That was rubbish. And people go like, oh yeah, but okay, so the new one was rubbish, that doesn't hurt the old one. Yes, it does. It really does hurt the old one. Because when you just Google search RoboCop, they both come up. So now they're being compared to each other. Yeah. It hurts the old one. And when you talk to someone young who's never seen the old one, you go, oh, RoboCop, they go, oh, that shit movie. And you go, no, the good one.
Well, it's like every time...
And then you show it to them and they go, I really don't like this. It doesn't look as good as the new one. It's like, yeah, but it's better than the new one.
It's like every time the Western culture goes, hey, we're going to grab this anime and do it live action.
Oh, God.
It's like, stop, leave it alone, don't fucking touch it.
I feel a lot about that about all live action anime, though. Like, even when
some
it's
of them
Japanese.
aren't too bad.
Look, okay, the one that annoys me the most is probably... I'm thinking, it's in my brain.
Death Note?
No, it starts with an A. Assassin's Classroom.
Yeah, that one's an odd one.
Because,
That's
like,
weird.
the thing is, right, okay, and
I mean, like,
look,
don't
I understand the thing, but, like, some of the characters in that, like, fucking...
I gotta say, with Koro Sensei, they
Yellovich.
didn't do too bad with him.
Yeah, but, like, okay, Professor Yellovich, right?
Karma.
They
They literally didn't have the features that were there. Karma has red hair.
Yeah,
Nagisa has blue hair,
Yeah,
and looks like a girl half the time.
That's very important because like
It's
the
part of the
contrast
story.
The contrast between the two of them is that they are literally contrasting characters. Yeah, so they're two contrasting characters, and they need and like the red and blue is part of the thing, and it actually comes back into the play later.
We'll even
And it shows, and it's about showing the differences between the characters. Because like Nagisa
getting
is
the names.
Nagisa is the he is the skilled assassin.
He is the natural assassin.
He's the natural assassin. But in terms of everything else, Karma is far superior.
Oh yeah.
Karma's smarter. Karma's a better tactician.
Yes.
Karma is stronger and a natural born fighter.
Yes.
So it's like Nagisa is this soft-spoken kid who's more of a follower, but when it comes to assassination, he's just naturally gifted.
Oh yeah.
He has the one thing that Karma can't have is what Nagisa gets.
Yes.
That natural skill, and he has to work. And it all comes to head in that episode where they're blue versus red.
Yeah, and like...
And you see the difference. It's like Nagisa's team is getting the fucking shit wiped out of them because he's not a leader. Whereas Karma's team is like literally running through and just being like execute because they're following his orders.
Yeah, I'm seriously forgetting the name of the other dude that comes in later that also has the tentacles.
You don't know.
Yes. I'm pretty sure his hair color is different as well.
He has white hair.
Does he in the actual live action?
I don't know what.
Yeah.
I
haven't gone far
because
enough to see
my
it.
problem is this, right? And it's like it's the same thing I've run into, and it's like why I prefer the animes because it's like if your anime character is supposed to be this, it's like you just draw them and you go okay. Then they say, oh, this anime character is from this place, and you go okay, I'm gonna believe it. Once you get into live action, it's like oh yeah, this person's a Russian, and you're like, no, they're not. That person is not Russian.
You know
It's the same problem with fucking Western movies. When you say this person's supposed to be this race, and you go, no, that's Scarlett Johansson is not a Russian.
No. She's also not Japanese. Having said that...
yeah, no, she's not.
Having said that...
Yeah.
The creator of Ghost in the Shell...
Yes.
Was happy with the choice. He was completely fine with Scarlett Johansson being the one to play that part.
Yeah, to him, I don't think it really mattered because the whole point is that she's full cyborg.
True. Yes.
So, what does she look like? Well, she's a full robot, so she was made by people.
And she can look like whatever the fuck they wanted her to look like.
Yeah. And that's why she has big titties. I'm just saying.
Well,
if you're going to make a cyborg robot for a woman, you'd be like, well, let's give her big tits.
yeah, you probably would.
I know what people are like.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, so I just try and avoid live action anime full stop as a rule, because I'm just like, it's never gonna hold. It's.
They're doing it for One Piece.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
I really don't care.
Yeah.
I'm just going to ignore it, like I do with everything else. Because like the whole thing is like,
it's going on Netflix too.
Great.
Just like
another reason I don't use Netflix.
Just like Death Note.
Yeah, that's bad.
That was a bad one.
But the problem is, right, anime tends to be bombastic.
Yes.
Yeah, not all of it, but like a lot of the shonen stuff that they make the live actions of are bombastic.
So you do your slice of life stuff, and it's like, yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah, but no one's going to make a live action about that, because it's like, yeah, it's got a following, but it's no shonen.
That's it.
And it's like, yeah, but shonen are both bombastic. You cannot do that with real actors. You cannot get away with half the crap. And let's be honest,
Dragon Ball Evolution.
CG
Let's just
isn't
say
great.
that.
Like some of the CG, okay, some of it looks good, but it can also fall down. And with something like an anime where, like, especially One Piece, where like every second scene is going to need good CGI.
Even Dragon Ball. They fucked up royally with that.
That was a very long time ago, though.
Yeah, but
they did. They fucked up.
They fucked up because they changed so many details. And it's like,
yeah, look, as I said, just ignore the live action shit and just continue watching the anime.
Yes.
Much like if you want to watch The Lion King, go back and watch the original cartoon, animated cartoon, not the brand new animated CGI one.
yes.
There is no live action Lion King.
They use live models to get the CG and make it a little bit more accurate, but it's still not live action.
Live action Lion King. They are both They are both animations.
Yes.
And the older one is probably better because it's a more, what they call it? It is a more emotive style of animation.
Yeah.
But yeah, so my point is like, I just ignore the live action ones because I'm like, you can't capture the same stuff. You can't. It's it's why animation still has its place in this world where we could CGI everything.
Yeah. Because
sometimes you want it to look animated. Sometimes you want to get away with the stuff you can only do when it's animated. And much like RoboCop, all the shiny CGI in the world doesn't make up for a crappy movie. And then we come back to my point about Trigun. The new one may look better, but I have a feeling it's going to fall short of the original. However, we're going to then run into an issue of being like, oh yeah, you're talking about Trigun? Yeah, I saw that. It was kind of rubbish. No, watch the original. I don't want to. It looks crappy and old. Can I just watch the new one?
But that's the thing. You got the classics. That and Cowboy. That was another live action they fucked up.
But
Cowboy Bebop.
That is where we are, right? What if they made a new Cowboy Bebop? That'd be terrible.
It would.
Like Cowboy Bebop is, it's a classic, and if people are like, oh no, I don't want to watch it because it looks old, it's like,
seriously,
then you just miss out.
Seriously, just watch it. It's fucking good.
You miss out. You don't get to watch this.
Yeah.
You get to be sad and bad.
Well, a few of us sitting back talking about it,
you're sad and bad.
Accept it
because you don't want to watch something that looks slightly old. But can't they just remake it for me new? No, because you'll never get the same just awesomeness that was Cowboy Bebop.
It was better in that style.
What you've said seems to be the same with Trigun. Trigun had a great. It had a great style. It looked fantastic. It didn't look like. I want to say classic cyberpunk because like that is a genre now that like a lot of stuff has elements of in it. It's like cyberpunk, and it's like Trigun wasn't cyberpunk. Trigun was spaghetti west in space.
Yes.
They were literally cowboys in a desert in space.
Whereas Whereas Vash in the new one has an almost cyberpunk look to him, and he's the only one I've seen so far.
Yeah, I don't like it.
It's when you see him further back and while they're actually doing it, it looks a little bit better than what it looks like in some of the screenshots of it. Yeah, that was a bit of a one. Like, don't worry, his arm always looked off in the first one, but it wasn't a robotic arm.
Yes, it was.
Was it? Yeah. Shit, that's right. It was too.
Yeah. His arm, but it looked normal. It looked human.
Yeah.
Because that was the thing. He didn't want people to know that he had a robot.
That's probably what helps make it look a bit more
except for when he was like fucking using it as a gun. Because his hand would drop down and there'd be a gun there. He'd be like, boom, boom, boom.
That's right, I did forget
and then you
about
find out that he's actually got a robot arm because he lost his arm.
Don't worry.
Protecting people. But you don't find that out until the end.
Oh, yeah.
You don't find out that his arm is a robotic arm. You're just like, oh, is it like...
It just looks off.
Does it look like... You kind of like... Is there like a gun strap there that he kind of just drops down and it like pops forward? Like you kind of don't really know what's going on with it.
Yeah.
Then you find out it's a robot arm and that he's like fucking... Because of who he is, he's like got all of these fucking repairs and shit. And he has a robot arm and all this stuff. And you're like, oh, crap. Right. But then in this one, they're just kind of like right off the start, hey, look, he's got a robot arm. He's got a robot arm. And it's like...
Yeah.
Fuck you playing.
And that's the other thing that makes it
Does
look
he have
almost
his giant gun?
Yeah, he uses gun mainly, and like what earlier on he's goes to shoot something and he's got no ammo.
That's Trigun.
Yeah, that's Vash. Like as I said, they gave him the same persona. Yeah, they gave him the same. Like he's the same on that aspect, but the looks are different. Yeah.
No, so there's some things that are kind of like, I don't know. As I said, the whole thing with the arm is a big no-no for me, just because.
You know what I am kind of disappointed about though? The dumb big ass Sheila.
Millie.
She's not there.
What?
She's not there.
She's literally one of the four main characters.
Yep.
You've got the shorty.
Who she's in there, yeah.
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 You've got the insurance girls, Wolfwood, and Vash.
So Wolfwood, Vash, and one of the insurance girls, but they're reporters in this one. She's a reporter and not insurance.
I don't like that.
And she's travelling around with a guy, an older guy, who she seems to be in training, and he's the one teaching her.
So, remember how I said they ruin things?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those ruins.
That's one of those, yeah. I'm aware, it's not bad, but there are things that they've dropped out, and it's like, I'm disappointed. But I know you're now definitely not watching it.
Yeah, no. Well, because she's such an important part. Because through the entire start, when they're like trying to stop him from, like, they're literally following him around, saying like to people, you know who this is? Your if you come anywhere near him, your insurance isn't going to pay for it.
Yeah.
And then like she's the one that's like, oh, he doesn't seem like a bad guy. He seems like Millie's like the always
just
on
bad shit always happens around.
Yeah, Millie's the one who's like, no, Mr. Vash is really nice, and I'm just like you remade the thing without her. She is like the bright. She is the optimistic one in the story because it's a shit story where most people are dying. Most people know they're going to die.
Yeah,
it's like she was like the little bright spark that kept things lighthearted and shit.
Yep.
And you've removed that, and then you change the fact that they're insurance girls.
Yep.
And made them reporters instead. Why? What does that change?
Yeah, I know.
Especially considering that the whole point of like Trigun originally was that news. It was the Old West. You did not get news unless it came to you, unless you lived in a big city.
Yeah.
For the small towns and stuff, you had to wait for someone to bring you news.
Wait for that wanted poster to show up and be like, oh yeah, that's him. Fuck.
Man, that's bad. Yeah, no, that's definitely put it from. Maybe I'll check it out too. Absolutely.
I always questioned in that. They always knew that Vash the Stampede.
Yeah.
was a $60 billion double dollar wanted man who they had a picture of. Because it was on the wanted posters. But they didn't know who Vash was when they actually found him at the start. They didn't believe that he was Vash. Like, Millie did because she trusted him. And
I think it has to do with the fact that I don't think there are wanted posters at the start.
I could have sworn that was...
Because he gets the bounty for destroying the entire town.
He already had the bounty at the very start.
Yeah, but he gets that for when he destroys the entire town.
Yeah.
And he destroys the entire town before the story starts.
True.
And I don't think they had a... Like, what I'm saying is he got that bounty because he
I suppose they
were
were
just... Town.
Maybe they did have it, but they didn't have...
So
or they hadn't seen it yet.
I don't think they had a picture of him yet.
No.
Because I'm pretty sure that they get the picture... Because in the picture he's doing this.
Yes.
He's peace and love. And I'm pretty sure it's the two insurance girls who take the picture. Or it's...
Again, it's been a long time since
I'd
I've
have
seen
to
the whole
rewatch
thing.
it, but
Yeah.
it's definitely after he meets the insurance girl that he gets the picture taken. Because up until then, they're all only going off word of mouth of what Vash looks like. He's got tall hair, wears a red jacket.
Tall blonde hair, red jacket.
No, not even blonde. Tall hair. Because remember in the first episode, they
that
beat
dude
the guy
has
with the
green hair.
mohawk,
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Because he's got tall hair and wears a big red jacket.
Yep. Should have gone with a trench coat, not a jacket.
But yeah, so as I said, I'm pretty sure the picture doesn't come until after.
I have to keep watching it to find out.
Yeah. But as I said, it's pretty funny.
Oh yeah.
Because like even I think it's like the second or third episode where he gets hired by a person, and he's calling him Vash the Stampede. He's like,
but he doesn't believe he's Vash.
yeah, I want to hire Vash the Stampede. So he rocks up and he's like, I'm Vash the Stampede. And they're like, yes, you are.
yes,
We've hired Vash the Stampede. He's like, okay. And everyone, like, even he's like playing off that he's not Vash the Stampede because they all think they're like playing him for a fool, and they're like, oh, it's Vash the Stampede. He's like, yeah, you know it. What he actually is. And then at the end, they're like, ha ha, and then he like pulls out his gun. He's like, yeah, we just said you were Vash the Stampede. You know you can't. And he's just like, bang, I'm actually Vash the Stampede.
It does his usual bullet dodging shit. Yeah.
But that's another thing that I absolutely love about him. He's bullet dodging, where it's just like, and everyone's like, what the hell are you doing? He's like just dodged all the bullets.
It's always him scared shitless while doing it. It's never just dodging calm. It's like, gotta get out of the way.
I think my favorite episode is the one where he walks into the hold up in the saloon, and he like just dances in there. They're like shooting at him. He's just dancing.
Yeah. Oh, it's so
and then he
good.
walks in, and they're like, pull the gun. He goes, ah! And then they like tie him up, and he's just doing stupid shit, and like he's like taking the bullets out of their guns and shit while tied up.
Yep.
And
that's great.
And the gum on his shoe that he uses. Yeah. So yeah, as I said, like,
or even just like the one time he's not scared of the bullets is the one like at the start where he's actually at a bar and he just doesn't move. For some reason, they missed him. They destroyed everything else, took the building down except for where he was.
But as I said, like, yeah. But anyway, so yeah, just like, yeah.
Either way, point is go watch it if you haven't.
Yeah, go watch the original Vash. Go watch the original Trigun. Because it is good. And
literally just called Trigun. The new one is Trigun Stampede.
do not watch it. It's a travesty.
Again, it's not bad.
It's missing.
It's disappointing.
It's missing one of the main characters.
It is.
Like, okay.
Like, that's the thing. They're only a few episodes in at this point, so it's like, is she gonna come in later?
Dude.
Hopefully.
If you watch
But not
Trigun,
yet.
there are sections, right? There are sections of Trigun, the original one. You've got the ending section, which is the main character is Vash.
Yes.
Literally, only one. Then you've got the middle section where the main characters are Vash, the two insurance girls, and Wolfwood.
Yes.
Then you've got the start where the main character are the two insurance girls.
Yes.
It's like, and they've taken out one of them. They're starting the part which is about the two insurance
Well,
girls.
Wolfwood's actually already in it now.
You shut your whore mouth.
What?
Fuck you.
What? Fuck. He's already in it. I mean, it takes like 4 episodes to get him in there, but maybe 5.
This guy. It's not bad, he says. It's not bad. Not bad, yeah.
Look.
Not bad.
Look, I am looking at this objectively as well, and it's like, it's not bad.
Episode 4 and what's in it?
Look. If you've never watched Trigun before, and that's the first one you watch, it's not bad. The original is better. By far. And as said, should I mention that when I said his brother was already in it, that he's getting that fucking hand ready again? His brother is in it before Wolfwood.
Wow.
Yep.
Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed it, think about liking and subscribing. Leave a comment, and we will catch you next time. Until then, I've been Darcy, joined by Kris.
Yes, and that would be me.
And we will catch you next time.
See ya.
Goodbye.
He's very disappointed.
Fuck! Well, you know, occasionally you get an itchy butt, especially when it's hot and humid.
It's true.
It's like you just sit there and you're like, oh, it's hot and humid. Oh, my butt is itchy.
It's so true, though.
And you're like, well, I want to itch it, but then people all think I'm weird.
You're not old enough to get away with it yet.
Maybe if I just kind of tense and no, that's not doing it. Just go and squeeze the butt cheeks.
Yeah. It's heaps of ways you could try to hide it.
Hard life.
But it's like, we're not at the age where we could get away with it.
It's a hard life.